Hello guys, welcome back to Ayaba Creations. So on this channel we learn how to make simple beaded crafts. If today is your first time, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share and leave a comment. So we also have an online store on Instagram where we sell beaded raw materials. So you can pick the WhatsApp number on your screen or DM us on Instagram to make all your purchases. In today's video, we are going to learn how to make this beautiful bag right here. If it's something you'd like to learn, stay tuned. So you are going to use 2 packs of size 10 mm sugar beads and then 0.8 mm thread. So first you are going to take 4 of the size 10 mm sugar bead. I'm going to leave the list of the materials I used in the description. Then you pass the beading thread through the 4th one, so it's like you are crossing. So when you cross, this is where you get your first ring of 4. Then what you are going to do next is to take 3 of the size 10 mm sugar beads. So 3, 1, 2, 3, cross with the 3rd bead to give another ring of 4 beads. Okay, so just like this. Then you are going to repeat again. You are going to take 3. So I'm going to take my 3 beads now. So I put 1 here, put 1 here, and then I'm going to cross with the 3rd one to give another ring of 4 beads. So this is what you are going to do in the beginning stage of making this beautiful bag. So guys, we have a Telegram channel now, so you can go to Telegram. If you don't have the app, you can download it and then subscribe to our Telegram channel at Ayaba Creations. So we are still going. I beaded quite a few off camera. Okay, so still you are going to take 3 beads, put 1 on each side of the beading thread, and then cross with a 3rd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. So something like this is what you are going to get, okay, when you continue this process. All right, so we are still going on. Now this is the last part. So as you can see, I picked 3 beads, but I placed all 3 on one side of the beading thread, and I'm going to cross with the 3rd one. This will help us to move to the next stage of the bag we are making. You see? All right, let's count 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I beaded 15 rings of 4 in all, as you can see. And when I'm starting afresh, I'm going to take 3 sugar beads again. So 1, 2, 3, like this. Then I'll take the 3rd one and then cross. So I'm crossing. Okay, so when you are done, what you are going to do next is to pass the beading thread in your right hand through the next bead. So I'm going to pass it through the next bead like this, and then I'm going to add 2 sugar beads this time around, not 3, 2. So 2 sugar beads, and I'm going to cross with the 2nd one to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, then I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, add 2 sugar beads, cross with the 2nd sugar bead to give a ring of 4 beads. So yeah, so I'm picking it, then I'm crossing. Then you are going to do it again. Take 2, cross the 2nd one to give a ring of 4 beads, and that's what you'll be repeating. All right, so you can continue till you get to the last but one. Okay, so we are here. At this point, I'm still going to take 2 sugar beads. So 1, 2, and cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, all right. Then this is the last place for this stage. So I also picked 2, but you see where I placed the 2 sugar beads and then what I'm doing. So we are not going to continue again from this end. We are just going to tie a knot like you see me doing, and then we'll pass the excess beading thread through the beads and cut off the excess thread. Okay, All right, so at this point we are going to count 6 from each end. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 in all, but we are going to count 6 from each end. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, then from this side to 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we'll be left with 3 in the middle. So 1 2 3, and we are going to bead along these 3. So first you cut a long beading thread and put it through one. So let me say this is the first bead, okay? So the first one, then what I'm going to do is to take 3 sugar beads, so 3 of the size 10 sugar beads, then I'm going to cross with the third bead to give a ring of 4 beads. All right, so we are crossing. Okay, then next I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead and then add 2 sugar beads. So 1 2 sugar beads, cross with the second sugar bead to give a ring of 4 beads like this. And I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead again, and I'm going to add 2 sugar beads to the beading thread in my right hand. So 2 sugar beads to this beading thread right here. Okay, so this particular one, then I'm going to take the second one and cross like this. All right, so moving on to the next stage, I'm going to add 3 sugar beads again. So I'm picking 3 1 2 3, okay, like this. And I'm going to cross with the second one. All right, so did I say second? Sorry, I'm going to cross with the third one. Sorry, so it's the third bead, okay, to give a ring of 4. And I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead and add 2 beads. Then I'll cross with the second one this time around. Okay, and next I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next, add 2, so 1 2, then cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. So this is what I am going to be repeating for this particular stage. What we are trying to do is to make a T. So we're already done with the base of the T, so I'm doing the tail of the T now, as you can see. So we have our beautiful T. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so 7 in all. Here too is 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then the same measurements for the other side as well. Okay, so let's continue. So I cut a long beading thread again. I'm going to pass it through this bead and then this bead right here. Okay, so these 2 beads, then I'm going to take 2 of the sugar beads. So I'm taking 2 1 2, okay, so 1 2. Then what I'm going to do is to pass the beading thread through the second bead, cross to give a ring of 4. So you'll get something like this. Then what you're going to do next is to pass the beading thread through this bead right here. Then you're going to take 2 beads. So 1 2, then you are going to cross with the second bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Next, you're going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here, but this time around you are not going to add 2 beads, okay, you are going to add 3 beads. So 1 2 3, okay, so like this. You see? 3. Then you are going to cross with a third bead, and this will give us a ring of 5 beads. So a ring of 5 beads. Then what we are going to do next is to pass the beading thread through the next bead, which is this bead right here. Then what we are going to do next is to take 3 beads again. Okay, 3 beads. So 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to cross with the with the third bead. I keep saying second. With the third bead to give a ring of 5 beads again. So a ring of 5 beads. Then we are going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here, and then also through this bead. So this is the first bead, and also through this bead here, this one right here. Okay, then we are going to add 2 beads this time around. Okay, 2. So 1, 2, cross with the second one, and this will give us a ring of 5 beads. All right, you see, it's very simple. It's not a difficult pattern. Okay, it's not difficult at all. Okay, moving on. So you're going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, which is this one right here. Then this time around we are going to do rings of 4. Okay, rings of 4. So first I'm going to take 2 sugar beads, then I'm going to cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads like this. Then I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead. Okay, through the next bead, which is this one. Then what I'm going to do is to add 2 sugar beads. So 1, 2, cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, going in again, I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead right here. Then I'm going to add 2 sugar beads, cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. Pass again, add 2 sugar beads, cross the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. So that's what I'll be repeating. Okay, so you're going in again. I'm going to add 2 sugar beads. Okay, cross with the second one to give a ring of 4 beads. Alright, so here we are going to pass the beading thread through the last 2 beads. So the first one is this bead here. Okay, and then also this bead right here. So 2 beads in all. And this time you're just going to add 1. So just 1 sugar bead and cross. Okay, and this will also give us a ring of 4 beads. So at this point you should be getting something like this. Then what you are going to do next is to pass the beading thread through the next bead, which is this bead right here. Okay, we are going to do rings of 5 again. So I'm going to add 3 beads now. So 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, then I'm going to cross with the third bead to give a ring of 5 beads. So a ring of 5 beads like that. Next, I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, and then I will add 3 beads. So 1, 2, 3. Cross with the third bead to give a ring of 5 beads. You see? Then next, you're going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, and then you're going to add 3 beads, cross with the third bead to give a ring of 5 beads. So basically that's what you'll be repeating. Okay, all right, so at this point I'm going to pass the beading thread through this bead and this bead. So 2 beads in all. That's the last 2 beads. I'm going to take 2 beads now. So 1, 2, cross with the second bead to give a ring of 5 beads. Okay, so you get something like this. Now you're going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here. And then what we are going to do now is rings of 6. So I'm going to add 3 beads. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. After you are done, you take this beading thread right here and then pass it through this bead right here. So it will be going backwards. 1. Okay. So like that. Then you are going to take your 3rd bead cross to give us a ring of 6 beads. You're going to pass the beading thread through the next 2 beads. So 1, 2, through the next 2 beads. So you're going to add 1, 2, 3 beads, cross with this 3rd bead to give a ring of 6 beads. Okay. You're going to pass the beading thread through the next 2 beads again. So 1, 2. Then you would 1, 2. Add 3 beads, cross with the 3rd bead to give a ring of 6 beads. At this point, you're going to pass the beading thread through 1, 2, 3 beads. So see 1, 2, 3 beads. Then you're going to add 2 now. So then you cross with the 2nd one to give a ring of 6 beads. And this is our last ring of 6 beads. Okay, so let's continue. Now you're going to do rings of 4. So passing the beading thread through the next bead, you're going to add 2. So 1, 2, like this. So 2, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Pass the beading thread through the next bead, add 2 beads. So 1, 2, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, so that's what you'll be repeating. Alright, so for the last part, you're just going to add 1 bead. Then here we tie our knot. So let's tie. Okay, so you're going to repeat the same thing at this side of the bag. This is what you should get when you are done with both sides. Okay, now I'm going to count 4. So I counted 4. So this is the 4th bead here. So we are just going to raise that side, but it's going to be slanted. So first I'm going to take 3 beads. So 1, 2, 3, like this. Then I'm going to cross with the 3rd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, then what I'm going to do next is to pass the beading thread through the next bead, add 2 beads, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, and then we are going to add 2 beads. So 1, 2, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, add 2 beads, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Alright, now next I'm going to start all over. So I'll add 3 beads now. So 1, 2, 3, then cross with the 3rd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, pass the beading thread through the next bead, which is this one. We're going to add 2 beads. So 1, 2, cross with the 2nd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Pass the beading thread through the next bead. Okay, we are going to skip the last bead. So here I'm going to put the beading thread on this side. Then we are going to pass that same beading thread through this bead right here. Okay, here, and then also through this bead right here, and through this bead right here. Okay, and also like this we are going to cross, so crossing into each other. All right, now next I'm going to take 3 beads, so 1, 2, 3, then cross with the 3rd bead to give a ring of 4 beads. Pass the beading thread through the next bead, and I'm going to add 1, 2, so see 2 beads. I'm going to cross with the 2nd bead. Okay, so we are doing this for the last time. This is the last one, so I'm going to take 3 beads, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that is it. What we do now is to tie a knot. So guys, don't forget to check us out on Instagram. We have the online store at Ayaba store where you can purchase all your raw materials, and then you can also follow us on the other page, which is the Ayaba Creations page. And this page was created to update us on any upcoming videos or any tutorials that will be uploaded on the channel. You can also send in your video requests via DM on that particular Instagram page. So you're going to repeat the same thing for the other side like this. Okay, so at this point what we are going to do now is to make the sides of the bag. So the sides, first I'm going to take 3 sugar beads, okay, cross with the 3rd one to give a ring of 4 beads like this. I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead and add 2 sugar beads, so 1, 2, cross with the 2nd one to give a ring of 4 beads, pass the beading thread through the next bead, add 2 sugar beads, cross with the 2nd one to give the ring of 4 beads. So you are crossing with the 2nd one like this to give a ring of 4 beads, and that is what you are going to be repeating for this step. Okay, very easy, so you get to the end. Okay, so here we are going to cross with the 2nd bead, and what we are going to do next is to fold the sides, and so we are going to fold. Okay, so we are folding. All right, now we are going in again, so I'm going to take 3. We are just extending the sides, so in doing that you start afresh again by taking 3 sugar beads like I've just done, pass the beading thread, cross with the 3rd one to give a ring of 4 beads. I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, and then you are going to take 2 sugar beads, so 1, 2 sugar beads, cross with the 2nd one to give a ring of 4 beads. Okay, then you pass the beading thread through the next bead. Okay, then you take 2, so 1, 2, cross with the 2nd one to give a ring of 4 beads, and this is what you will be repeating again, so throughout the entire process. All right, so in the end you should have something like this. Okay, something as beautiful as this. All right, so guys, I did the other half off camera, so you can also do the other half. Then what we are going to do now is to join both sides together. Okay, so all we need is just 1 sugar bead to help us with this process. So you take 1, Then you pass the beading thread through this bead. Okay, you take another one and then you cross. Alright, and when you are done, you're going to pass beading thread in your right hand through this bead. That's the next bead, okay? And then the beading thread in your left hand also through the next bead, which is this one. Take one bead and then you cross with that same bead. Okay, I'm going to repeat again. Pass the beading thread in your right hand through this bead, and the one in your left hand also through this bead. Then you take one bead and then you cross. All right, so we are going again. We're going to take, pass it through, then you cross. Okay, pass it through, then you cross. Alright, so let's end it. Okay, so here I'm going to pass the beading thread through the next bead, then I'll take one and cross. Okay, then I'm going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here. Okay, so I'm going to take one bead, I'll pass the same beading thread through this bead right here to meet the other one, then I tie my knot beautifully. Okay, so like this. Okay, you should get something like this by now. So counting this side, it is 5. So 1, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it's the same for the other side as well. So you are just going to fold it in like this. Okay, you're going to fold it in to get something like this. You see? Pass the beading thread through this bead right here. Don't worry, up close you see what I'm doing. So you see where the beading thread is being passed through. Okay, then what we are going to do now is to take one beading thread. So after you've passed the beading thread through that bead, you're going to take an extra one beading thread like this. Okay, I'm going to pass one of the other side of the thread through it. So you see where I passed. Then with that same beading thread, you are going to pass it through this bead right here. That is at the other side of the bag. Don't even know how my English is not helping me here. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Okay, so next I am going to cross. All right. For the handle, I beaded it off camera. However, I have a video on how to make this, so I'm going to leave the link in the description for you guys to check it out. Okay, so counting is a total of 19. So I'm going to attach the base to the top. Okay, and then with just one bead. So I take one bead like this, you see, then I'm going to pass it through one of the beads at the base, which is this one. Okay, so I'm starting with this one. Then what I'm going to do is to take another one bead. So I'm going to take another one bead and then I'm going to cross. All right, so we are crossing. So when you are done, you're going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here. Okay, this one. You see this one, this particular one at the top. Okay, and this is also going to go through this. Okay, then you are going to add one bead, so one, and then you cross. Then here too, you're going to turn it this way. Then you're going to pass the beading thread through this bead right here. Okay, this particular bead. Alright, and then this beading thread is also going to go through this bead right here. Alright, then you are going to cross. So we are crossing. With one bead. Now we are going to pass the beading thread through this bead here. Okay, and then through this bead also right here. Through this bead as well. Okay, to meet the beading thread, this beading thread, then we are going to tie a knot. Okay, so we are tying. So we are going to repeat the same thing at the other side. Okay, you should get something like this when you are done. What we are left to do is the flap, and this is understandable, so I'll just leave you guys to watch how it's done. Okay. for the flap, when you count from the sides, you count the beads from the sides, it's a total of 7. When you are done, all you are going to do is just fold it in. Okay, fold it in beautifully and you are done. Okay guys, this is how your bag is going to look at the end of the tutorial. See you in our next video. Bye.